Hey everyone, welcome back to Buick Outdoors. If you're new here, my name is Sheldon Marion, and today we're joined by Shelby and the pups. And we're out here where the Coldbrook Creek flows into the Murray River. And we're gonna go after some cool looking rocks and possibly some old plant fossils that are in the area. So come along with us as we hike up the creek, go check out some rocks. To get to the Coldbrook Creek from Fort St. John, travel on the Alaska Highway towards Dawson Creek. After approximately 39 kilometers, we turned right onto the Braden Road. We took the Braden Road till it comes out on the John Hart Highway, took another right. We went for another 31 kilometers and turned left onto the Andrews Road. If you've crossed the Pine River Bridge, you've gone just a little bit too far. Now follow the Andrews Road to the Murray River, approximately 2.5 kilometers. When you get to the river, Coldbrook Creek will be on your left. But be cautious that you shouldn't take a car or small SUV down to the river. So as a birthday present, Shelby got me a small little rock tumbler, kind of like one of those little National Geographic type ones. They're like $100 off Amazon kind of a thing. So eventually what we're going to be doing is looking for some really cool rocks to throw into that tumbler, and then I think that'll be a separate video on its own, like the whole process of tumbling the rocks. But apparently what I've been told is up here on Coldbrook Creek is that there's a big, kind of a big slab that washed out, or like a big slide, and within the slide there's a whole pile of cool little fossils in there, a bunch of plant fossils. So that's what our main goal is for today, is just to hike up here till we can find either where the slide was or find just a slab of exposed rock, and pretty well see if there's any fossils in it, really. I brought my hammers and chisels and all that good stuff with me too, so if there's a couple of slabs where we're able to get inside of them and split them apart even more, we're definitely gonna give that a go. But for now we're just hiking up the creek. Got the dogs running around, got my backpack full of stuff, got the old cannon with me in case we run into any bad bears that want to cause us some grief. And yeah, another beautiful day out here in the north, so we're taking advantage of it.
Okay, so when you're coming through here, when I was finding plant fossils last time, I was looking at all these big boulders, and I noticed every single time any of the rocks with this red shit on top is kind of what I was finding the plant fossils pressed into.
It's almost weird having Shelby as the so-called guide on this trip. Usually I'm the one showing her cool stuff, but I guess it's her turn. Alright, so Shelby brought me this rock over. She noticed that right in here, don't get too close, it'll be out of focus. Right in here, there's this thick black layer. And if you look real close, there's almost a bit of a shine to it. So I'm gonna put a chisel in there. I'm gonna smack that and see if it opens up. Is there anything cool or not? Don't even really need your hammer for that, but it's pretty neat what's coming out. It's almost like a charcoal. You able to get down in here? If you touch that screen twice, it'll open her up. And you can see if you're in focus or not. But you see this small layer of black stuff. You see how it just chips away. I'm just barely poking it. So if any of you rock people out there know what that is, leave us a comment and tell us. That there, that's actually pretty nifty. What I have, I might have a couple of glass vials. And if I have these glass vials, I'll actually save some of this stuff. A lot of this stuff here, it's all from kind of my gold panning days. A few years ago I got interested in that. So I used to keep these just for keeping black sand and little bits of gold and flour gold and stuff. And these, you can get these off Amazon for like, I can't remember what it was, 10 bucks for like a dozen of them. But when you find something cool like this, pretty nifty, put her in there. I'll probably keep scraping some of that stuff off, and then I'll take this whole thing home, and who knows, maybe one day in the future if we get real bored, I'll buy like a little microscope or something and check it out under a microscope. Who knows, I'm a child. I'm always doing stuff like that, except the only thing is now I got money in my pocket, so I'm able to buy stupid toys. Anyways guys, I'm gonna keep chiseling away at this and see what else we can find. Alright, so Shelby's making a racket over here, so I better go and check her out, see what she's got.
Is that the nicest, but I am positive this is what we're looking for. See, looking close, little veins.
Oh yeah, those are leaves.
Cracks in there, but those are, oh, even in these layers you can see them.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty nifty. So this is what you're looking for. See here, you can see they're kind of like a big broadleaf, but you can tell there used to be like a massive pile of leaves in here, because here you see they're just kind of stacked up on top of each other. So this is pretty neat. And then even here, that's about 6 inches or so, maybe 5, and down there there's even more. So this whole thing, this whole slab here, is probably just full of plant fossils, or these leaves anyways. And for that, if you look at the side profile, each one of these lines is another layer. So it's pretty cool when you can find stuff like this. And once I'm done messing around with that little rock I got going on over there, I'll probably come over here and see if I can't chisel one nice fossil out of here. I don't want to break the whole thing apart, because then if you guys come out here and some jackass, me, has destroyed this whole rock, you know, kind of takes the fun out of it for you guys. So I'll see if I can get just one slab out of it and keep moving on. And then also, this is kind of, we've been here for maybe 10 minutes. We looked at that one rock with that bit of black stuff on the inside, and we found this. I just found this one here, big rock with the, so here you got one leaf there, you got one leaf there, you got an old one here, and this almost looks like that same black deposit. So maybe what I'll do, I'll leave that big slab alone, because that one, man, that thing is out in the wide open here. Here, I'll even tell you, if you come down to Coldbrook, come around that first big corner, somebody built that little statue thing over there, and we're maybe 30 yards from it, right along the bush line here, and this rock right there. I'm not even gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it. So in that way, if your kids want to come down in here, you know there's at least one here for you to find. if I want to mess around and break something, I'll break this one small little piece. And then, yeah, after I'm done messing around with that, maybe we'll keep looking around, see if there's more fossils that we can find. If not, we'll start looking for rocks for my tumbler that I got, and man, just enjoy the day. Alright, so we're kind of done messing around with those rocks down there. We're coming up here around this, pretty well the second bend, and I'm standing on top of this big slab. This stuff here is pretty cool. If you wanted to take some time and kind of venture around in here, it might be worth your while. The only thing that I'm seeing is that it doesn't have like that real dark orange, I want to call it like an iron deposit kind of a thing. It doesn't really have that much here. Like right here, there's a little bit, but not quite enough where I'm gonna want to stick around for long. You can see it's mainly brown, and like there still is some fossils like right here. You know, you got this one here, you have one right there, which if we brush it out, see, you can still see them right here as well. So there is fossils in on this slab, and here we might have another one here right there as well. So this slab, like this whole slab, it probably is one giant thing of fossils. But the problem is that I think they're gonna be down a few layers, so we're not really gonna be messing around with it. What we're looking for is more of the small little single pieces that have broken off from this type of a deposit. So with that being said, I think we're gonna keep going upstream where there's some more big slabs, and just kind of keep exploring and keep venturing and see what else we can find out here. So far, this is a cool trip. You know, we're not far from town whatsoever. You know, this is a day trip for us. But yeah, like if you guys want to come down here just by yourself or with your kids and look at these little fossils, you know, it's always cool to know that you're not only standing on something, but really touching something that's from potentially hundreds of millions of years ago. And here I just stepped down a little closer to the creek, and this one, like right here, this ridge, you can feel that it comes up. That's a leaf, leaves, like this whole thing. And over in here, these are all leaves too. You know, it's phenomenal what we have in the North Country up here. And you know, it's one of those things too where it wouldn't surprise me if you came across like another, you know, dinosaur trackway or something like that. It's just, oh man, it's really, really cool. Alright, so I just ditched the gun and the bag, and we're just starting to get into kind of like the rock garden kind of a thing. So we got these massive slabs. I can already see a bunch of leaves there, and then Shelby has this one. This is just one great big huge leaf slab. I'll get you in here closer so you can see. I'm telling you, if you want to see something pretty cool, you gotta come out and try this. This is this is pretty neat. Everywhere you look too. Like, look at this. Another just great big ball of fossilized leaves. So I haven't even taken the bag off yet, and I just set down the rifle just because of this one rock here. The sheer size of this leaf is phenomenal. Look at that. That one is for sure coming home with us. That is cool. Putting this one in the bucket, taking this one home. You know, as the day goes on, we keep finding so many of these cool little fossils. And then right here, yeah, move some stuff out of the way. But look at this, eh? That has got to be the coolest one I've found yet. That is just phenomenal. Then right here on the inside, there's another one there, but man, that looks neat. I am so tempted to put my chisel in these little spots here and pull this whole slab off, but I think I'd rather just leave it. Take pictures of that. Let somebody else find this. That's pretty neat. Alright, so I got another one for you rock and fossil guys. I'm pretty sure what we found here is kinda, it looks like a big slab of what was probably almost like a log pile and some really big leaves. So I'm gonna turn this camera around and let you guys check it out. Ready? So there's this here. That looks like one big chunk of wood. Then there's another big chunk in here. One in here. There. Possibly that stuff. But right here where Shelby's touching there, that's another chunk, looks like. And then up here you got the big leaves. That one, I might be able to put something in there and pop that off so we can look, but that one fell off. But yeah, let me know. I want to say I'm positive this here is wood. If it is, that's pretty neat. Alrighty, so we've made quite a few trips around here, just kind of running back and forth, checking everything out. And one more thing that we found, I don't really know what it is, as usual. It might be fossilized coral. We found kind of 3 pieces of it. So there's this one here. It's real rough and jagged. You have all these pores and stuff in there. So it's pretty neat. We found this one here. It's a little bit bigger. Well, quite a bit bigger. With this one too, it kind of has some kind of weird tunnels and stuff in it. And then we also found this one here. Again, same thing, real rough, coarse, kind of like rock. The weird thing with this stuff too is that it's all extremely light. And with this one too, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right there where my finger is, there's almost like a little tube in there, kind of like the arm of a coral kind of a thing, if that makes sense. But anyways, I think we're gonna slowly make our way out of here, guys. And yeah, I'm glad you guys watched this. Hopefully there's a pile of comments from all you guys that actually know what it is that you're talking about. Me, I'm just a guy out here walking around that happens to like rocks, and I found some cool stuff. Anyways, guys, if you like this video, please hit that like button. definitely comment on this one, because I don't know anything what I'm doing out here. And then also make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll catch you on the next one.